Hello everyone. In my last video I told you that I got back from Cedar Point, and I rode every ride there except for Iron Dragon and Cedar Creek Mine Ride, and of course the Kitty Coasters, because I know this may be weird, but I don't count credits because I just never seem to care for them. And I want to talk about Maverick, also known as my favorite launch coaster. And how many launch coasters have I ridden? 4. Wait. Never mind. 3. I've only ridden 3 launch coasters as of this point in time. And I want to talk about Maverick. This is a magnetic launch lift sort of thing. I'm not even going to try and look up no technical terms for it, what it's actually called. I'm just going to call it magnetic launch lift, because I'm pretty sure that's what you call it. That drop in the game, it is like, the launch goes all the way up to like about here. And that drop sends you flying over this with the ejector airtime. And this turn really sends you through with a bunch of intense forces. And the snaps are really aggressive and sends you flying out of your seat. I got a lot of airtime on this. On this one, I got more ejector than anything else. Maybe flow ejector. That was hard to tell. Anyways, flying under this part was awesome. And the 2 inversions are amazing, and it flies through them. You don't even know what's going on when you go through those. It's just, oh, you're upside down, next second you're not, then next second you're upside down again, and then you're pulled into this tunnel. This tunnel is weird, because, like, you hit brakes that stop you, but keeps you rolling with, of course, you can't see what actually is inside it, because this game is not very good at theming. But it's like a stable, and then you come in through here into this launch, and the launch is aggressive. That sent me to the back of my seat, and you were shot out of that. I just wish it didn't have the brakes here. That's really it, because I think that would have been much better if it just decided to go over that. And flying around that lake is, not I wouldn't say lake, but pond, is very beautiful. It is amazing. And then there's this. I can't remember the exact name for it, but this and this are aggressive. They're like, you think you're going to invert, but you don't. And it's just crazy. And then you go over this airtime hill when you get more ejector airtime, you turn, and those brakes stop you. One thing I want to talk about, though, also this game's got it wrong. There's no 4th car, it's only 3. Beware of the over-the-shoulder restraints. As for those, on my sister, it hurt her legs really badly. In the front row, it hurt really badly on my legs as well. They were extremely tight. I understand why, because it's extremely forceful, and they need to make sure that you don't fly out. But those things are tight, so just beware. But it is an amazing coaster. To this day, my favorite. And I've only ridden Backlot Stunt Coaster, Flight of Fear, and Maverick. And Maverick, of course, I mean, obviously it's the best, but one of my favorite launch coasters to this day. And it's probably going to stay that way for a while. Until I ride more launch coasters and get to explore more parks. But that is it. It is an amazing coaster. And I got to ride, every ride is usually back here in this row. But I'm going to show you my one front POV. It sends you over that very aggressively. And the amount of air that's pushed into your face is just insane. And then flies over the airtime hill with ejector airtime. And you go through the next inversion, with one inversion. And you go flying into the second inversion. And you pull into brakes. The brakes slowed out a lot. then you pull into a really aggressive launch. Eventually you get like floater there on that part, or float ejector. These are like really aggressive. I know I might not sound like an enthusiast right now because I'm tired, and so I'm not really able to think of all of the terms. But this ride is just awesome, and I'm gonna rate it a 8.5 out of 10. I feel like there are better coasters out there with more forces, but this is definitely an 8.5 out of 10 because this is an amazing launch coaster. It's just got like a little bit of everything. But anyways, I hope you all have a great day. Bye.